Hello, my friends. So we've done it. We've gotten to the last art project of the year. Before I tell you about it, I just want to say that Mrs. Lorenzo and I are so proud of all of you this year. We know, we know how hard it's been for everyone to be doing some work from home, and we're so proud of you for doing some of your artwork and sending it in and showing us all the awesome things that you are making. So we are really looking forward to getting to see you again soon. And we have this one last art project. It's kind of a big one. So this might end up being more of a summer project for you. So you might want to take some time with this, but you can start it this week, and please share what you have with what you are able to do this week by emailing Mrs. Lorenzo and me some things at the end of the week. So without further ado, I present to you the art project. We're going to be making a time capsule. So what is a time capsule? A time capsule is a collection of special objects or treasures from our current time that we put away in some kind of a container or a box to be opened at a later date. And that can be any time you want. It can be in a few months, or you could wait and open your time capsule years and years from now, maybe 10 years. There have been time capsules that have been made out of special metals and materials that can be buried, that are waiting to be opened hundreds of years from now. So that is really up to you. You probably don't want to bury your time capsule because most materials that we have around the house would kind of start to fall apart over time buried in a yard. A good place to put your time capsule would be in the back of a closet or the attic. There have even been people that have kind of hidden their time capsules away inside their homes, like under their floors or in their walls. But I wouldn't recommend that because you might forget about it. Your time capsule doesn't have to be any fancy material. It can just be a shoebox, or I'm going to use a plastic Tupperware. One of the jobs that artists have is being our history keepers. So we can look at art from 100 years ago and be able to tell what life might have been like back then. So that's a really cool and important job, and you get to do that too. One thing that I have to help you is I have for you a printout, and if you can't print this out, can also just be a guide to kind of help you with your time capsule. And it has some different suggestions for things that you can include in your time capsule to help remember this moment. Because this is a really important year that we've had. This is something that a lot of people have never experienced before and probably hopefully will never experience again. So it gives you some suggestions on things that you can include in your time capsule, including photos from this time, a journal of your days. You can find a newspaper and put newspaper articles about what's happening in there. Some artwork. I know you guys have created lots of beautiful artwork. You can include some of that. And things about your family, or pictures of your pets, special memories. So this area, you can collage or draw some of those memories. And this is something that you can do this week and share with me or Mrs. Lorenzo. We would love to see that. Another thing, so I'll just show you a few of these because there's a lot. And like I said, this is something that maybe you can spend a few weeks on during the summer. We have here an All About Me page, How You're Feeling page, your community page, and How You Are Not Stuck at Home, You're Safe at Home page, where you can, here we go. You can fill this in with showing different things that you've been able to do during this time that you've been at home. So I just want to show you what I'm thinking I might include in my time capsule, just to give you some ideas. So I just found a box at home. I happen to have a plastic one. You can use a a shoebox. You can really put anything, and anything can be a time capsule. You might have seen either in a newspaper or somewhere that people have dug up time capsules that were buried over time. I would recommend putting this maybe somewhere in your house, like hide it away, someplace where you might remember this in 10 years, or however long you want to hold on to it for. But if you bury it in your yard, plastic might do okay in a yard, but most things like a paper box, they would just turn mushy and everything inside would just become mushy. So you want to think of where you're going to put it and what kind of material you want to have to put stuff in. So I have this plastic container. I'm probably going to put this in my attic when I'm done. And inside I have a few things. Let's see. This is a little printout of the sign that I made for the teacher parade. So I'm going to add that. Let's see, some special celebrations at our house. This was Easter, when we couldn't have our Easter party, but we did have the Easter Bunny drive by our street. This is, we celebrated our cat's first birthday. This is a tiny little version of our homeschool schedule. Put that in. And here's a picture of what our family sometimes looks like when we homeschool. Sometimes we look like that, sometimes we don't. And one of our favorite memes. We are huge Back to the Future fans in our house. I don't know if any of you have seen Back to the Future, but and then what else do I have? I have a mask that I sewed. I'm going to put that in the box. And my son was really interested in what would happen to Pop-Tarts if you put them in a time capsule and opened up Pop-Tarts 10 years later, because I always tell him they're full of preservatives and they would probably last forever. So he's wondering if that's really true. So we're going to put some Pop-Tarts in there. And then when I'm done filling out some of my pages, I can just fold these up and put those in the box too. And like I said, if you don't have a printer, you can still do this, because you can still find it. This one says our handprints, where you can add your family's handprints. So this is something you could just do that on a regular piece of paper. So I will add those up, and then when I'm done, I'll put the lid on and seal it up. I'm not really done, just pretending. And then on this box, I would write, I'll do it right now for you. Let's see. Do not open on, what's 10 years from now? 2000. It's 2020. It would be 2030. That's right. So do not open until 2030. So that's my time capsule. So before you put something in, all of this in your time capsule, just take a picture of one of the things that you want to share with either me or Mrs. Lorenzo, if she's your art teacher, and send it to us. We'd love to see it. And we all want to wish you a really awesome summer. Keep making art. Keep going outside. Keep reading. Keep writing. Keep up with your math facts, and feel free to email us. We'd love to get some summer mail from you, see what you're up to. We miss you. We hope to see you soon, and we hope that you all take care. Bye-bye.